gun shops sold out. And what happened is this hit the national media at an unbelievable level because an icon of terror had been created. And the movie's called The Town That Dreaded Sundown because literally people were terrified of what would happen. There was a savage killer in the Texarkana area. And you get home from school, you don't go play, you don't play football, baseball, go fishing, you go in home, you lock the doors. Gun shops sold out. And what happened is this hit the national media at an unbelievable level because an icon of terror had been created. Of course, this is an image of Bud Davis, who was the guy who played the Phantom. And by the way, as a masked killer, he probably was the scariest masked killer in history with his eye language alone in the movie. But he was a stunt coordinator. I think he's retired now. But the killings created an icon. And my first brush with this was going to an old video store. Actually, it was an appliance store. We first had a VHS player, and they had like a big section about the size of our booths of just VHSs and Laserdisc. And I picked that up. And I recognized the name Charles Pierce at like 9 or 10 years old from Legend of Boggy Creek. I'm like, oh. And then I saw the back cover shot with the guy busting into the door, and I'm like, I ain't got the guts to watch this right now. But it created this icon of terror. My mind immediately went, it looks like Jason in Friday the 13th Part 2. Where do you think they got the mask idea from just a few years earlier, right? So, we're going to go here. This is where it gets interesting with the Phantom. So, the first couple that he encounters, he probably thought he killed the guy because the guy was almost dead. The girl, he knew he left alive. Why? So she could tell about the mask, and the mask create terror. You think about it. I could give you some kind of an evil glare like this. You go, that's kind of creepy. If I put a white hood on my face and all you see is that, it creates an icon of terror. And the Phantom did the exact same thing that the Zodiac Killer did. The Zodiac Killer comes out on a lake, Lake Berryessa in California, and he walks out in this executioner's hood and gives all kind of hints, by the way, of who he was, and killed one of them and let the guy, stabbed him enough places it wouldn't kill him, let him live. And what happens the next day or two in the newspaper? That's actually the sketch that was in the newspaper. And terror hit San Francisco and the Bay Area of California. Terror was created, but what kind of terror?